Hi everyone, welcome to the last contributor sync of 2024. Some really exciting news to share with everybody regarding the really exciting progress that we have in Daft today. Also, we have a demo by yours truly today on the new functionality that we have for observing runs on Ray that we've been building out for better debuggability. So let's get started with just the general highlights over the last month or so. The Daft team actually gave a talk on Iceberg and how Iceberg interacts with Daft, or the other way around, I guess, how Daft interacts with Iceberg. There's a link over here if you all have access. All of you should have access to the contributor sync document, and you can also just view it on YouTube. Lessons learned from building Iceberg capabilities in Daft. It's a pretty informative talk on how Daft interacts with, PyIceberg and the Python ecosystem. And what happens under the hood when you make a call to read an iceberg table or write an iceberg table. So give that a look, and then some really interesting functionality that's landed. Swordfish, our new local execution engine. It's a streaming-based engine, quite a bit faster than the old one, and also a lot more memory stable. All the features have been landed for Swordfish, and so it's actually now the default runner if you are running Daft locally on your machine in development mode. So if you're a developer of Daft, we now default to using Swordfish. We will be releasing Swordfish in a wider way in the coming few weeks. First, making it, we will throw a warning to tell our users to switch over to Swordfish if you're running locally on your machine. And then secondly, we will then switch the runner to Swordfish, but then have a warning saying that if you experience any issues, you can revert to the previous runner. And then lastly, we'll just maintain Swordfish from there on out. There are a few reported issues currently from Swordfish that we're still working on, mostly with regard to memory stability and in various corner cases. And so we will be ironing those out before making it the default runner. But yeah, in 2025, you can expect Daft to have a whole new execution engine that's a lot faster, a lot more memory stable, and also just generally a more pleasant experience to use iteratively on your local machine. Of course, a whole bunch of functionality being added by open source contributors, a whole list of them here. Thank you for our open source contributors for pushing through on all of these pieces of functionality. Wanted to call out especially the interval PR, which actually enables us for a lot of workloads in TPC-DS, which is something that the team is actively working towards, building out a suite of functionality that will enable us to run the entire suite of TPC-DS queries. Thirdly, there has been some movement on the catalog front, which people will be excited to hear about. This is not yet documented. We're still working on an overall story, but today, if you're working with PyIceberg catalogs, you can now call this Daft register Python catalog, register your PyIceberg catalog, and then from there on out, you can kind of just read tables by passing in strings, right? So you can say Daft read table, x.y.z, and we will be looking at the PyIceberg catalog to then read these tables. This support will be extended soon over different backends, such as, if you just want to register a Hive metastore, which might not be from PyIceberg, right? Or if you want to register a Glue catalog or Unity catalog. Unity catalog is actually already possible today with the same API. You just pass in a Unity catalog instead of a PyIceberg one. Yeah, and so this will slowly start evolving over time to enable Daft to both read and write from multiple different catalogs and multiple different table formats and simplify the entire process. So this is a work in progress, but the first iteration of it is out. Feel free to use it. Lastly, we'd love to go through some of the Ray Runner changes that have been added to enable tracing.